G'day gamers, VaderG here, welcome back to the channel. Well, we have a clear winner now on Blast Mail Alliance Battle Extreme with Cable, with his, what is it, Summer Days uniform, that's what they call it, isn't it? Yeah, Summer Days uniform. It's a significant upgrade for Alliance Battle Extreme, let's put it that way, and he is the clear winner. Now, I've actually done, I'm kind of happy in a way. I'm a little bit, how you going that it's Cable. I'm really kind of a bit annoyed that it's a 1750 Crystal uniform. I think that's pretty poor form by Netmarble, to be perfectly honest. But I guess for me, it's kind of bittersweet, right? I've had to pay 1,750 crystals to get this uniform, so I can have a pretty easy cap on Blast Mail Day. But I've gone chasing it, right? So originally I had Cable set up, then I actually went to Professor X, and had him set up with the CTP at Rage. I mean, Blast Mail Day has cost me a bomb. You can see where I've removed the buddy Odin's Blessings for the simple fact that he is ridiculously hard to cancel with, and I couldn't quite get to 7 million without the cancelling. And I've also gone for Star-Lord as well. So I've had Star-Lord, I managed to get up to 6.7 million with Star-Lord, and he still has the Odin's Blessings, because Cable just doesn't need them with the new, with his new uniform. He just doesn't need the Odin's Blessings to hit that 7 million, which we'll see a little bit later on in the video. My Cable build, well, let's have a look at that a little bit later on as well. Let's have a quick look at the sneak peeks. There was a sneak peek, there's been a sneak peek released in the last 24 hours. And it's leading to an Inhumans update. So let's have a quick look at the sneak peek number 1 for update V630. And I'll actually display it twice on screen, and then we can have a quick chat about it. Alright guys, there you see it. So Black Bolt Tier 3 as well, with a pretty cool looking uniform, pretty awesome looking mask, really nice. You can sort of see in some of his other uniforms he has kind of the winglet things going on, which you can kind of see with this sort of uniform here, where he kind of has this sort of jazz going on under the armpits. And is obviously very pronounced in his latest uniform, and he's in his mask as well. He will be tier 3. There's a subtle hint of a tier 3 within that sequence, and if you picked it out, then you were way better than me. I had to watch a couple of other people's videos to actually determine what the tier 3 sort of symbols were, but it looks like, you know what, about a week ago I did a bunch of card draws, and I had to pick myself up mentally to basically just pick the game up again after that. It was so deflating and so depressing, and my own stupid fault. But seeing the Inhumans update teaser, it's kind of got me excited. The possibilities, the actual possibilities for Inhumans. I mean, we've got a bunch of Inhumans in game already, so I've actually saved them here in my favorites so we can have a bit of a look at them. Gorgon, Kamala Khan, she's Inhuman as well. Crystal is an Inhuman. Daisy Johnson from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Inhuman. And we saw in the video just before the Terrigen gems being shown in the sneak peek. Very cool sneak peek, by the way. Awesome, awesome way to put that together from Netmarble. We've got Inferno, Lincoln Campbell, also an Inhuman, Maximus, Moon Girl, Karnak, Kid Geiju, believe it or not, is an Inhuman. I didn't realize that myself, but he's classed as Inhuman. And last but not least, we've got the King himself, Black Bolt, and the Queen Medusa. So we've got some real potential just to upgrade existing units in game, which really do need a huge overhaul, in my opinion. Particularly some of these units like Karnak. I mean, I use him, I think, for level 4 Shadowland, or level, somewhere at level 4, level 6. Daisy, she's pretty crap. Maximus could do with a significant upgrade. He's actually not terrible, but, all these characters, compared to sort of the characters that we've seen come out in the past 12 months, are very lackluster and perform very poorly. Maybe Inferno could be the exception there. He actually does pretty well. And Crystal with her new uniform is actually pretty good also. So plenty of potential things. I'm going to throw a few images up on screen so you can just sort of see how big the Inhuman potential is. I mean, there's a bunch of characters that we haven't heard of in the game so far. So, you know, the sky's the limit. So the updates always get me pretty hyped. So yeah, it's kind of lifted me a little bit out of my funk that I was in after blowing 67,000 crystals on card chests and not getting what I wanted. So there we go. So some of you guys might be wondering if I bought the Enchantress uniform, and no, I haven't. I'm having difficulty justifying it to myself to actually purchase the uniform. As much as I'd like it and as cool as it looks, I don't really want to feed Netmarble. I don't really want to, you know, endorse this type of paywall uniform. She can clear Ebony Maw stage 90, but you know what? There's quite a few characters that can actually do that. The only thing that kind of does make me want to think about it is her passive changes and gives increased mind damage by 30% to all allies, which could come in as something relevant a little bit later down the track for Alliance Battle Extreme, but that's a maybe. And I don't know. I can't justify spending $30 Australian on a uniform for a character for World Boss Ultimate that I really, you know, we've got other characters that are going to do similar jobs and clear those levels. I'm not really that much into World Boss Ultimate anyway. So kind of for me, if it's not Alliance Battle Extreme, then I'm not going to, you know, spend too much time on it. And not spend too much money also. Alright, so moving on to Cable. Cable Alliance Battle Extreme. I'm going to show you guys a run that I did on my account with this Cable. We'll have a quick look at my Cable. I mean, he's ranked 776. He's not terrible. We'll have a look at the stats that I've got on him. So I've got crit damage maxed, ignore defense maxed, skill cooldown maxed, and that's kind of the important things because I'm not running a CTP of Rage, I'm running a CTP of Energy on him. And to be perfectly honest, I think a CTP of Energy is quite suitable for him, and particularly with his new skill set. I had a couple of Odin's Blessings left on him. I don't know. I'll show you the uniform. What I'm sort of thinking, there's a couple of different options with the rotation for Cable. You can simply do 4 cancel, 3 cancel, 5, or 3 cancel, 4 cancel, 5, and that works very effectively, obviously, if you have the crit rate max. Now, if you don't have the crit rate maxed, you're gonna have to throw the 2 skill in there, which boosts the crit rate up, you know, by what is it, 30%? Yeah, crit rate increased by 30%. So the big change with the uniform for Cable is the 3rd skill. To be perfectly honest, the effect on the 3rd skill, we go from a damage accumulated based on being hit to damage accumulation based on dealing damage. You would have heard me say quite a few times that this skill, the accumulation when you're actually dealing damage to an enemy, is probably the most OP skill description or skill type in the actual game. So that's my opinion for Alliance Battle Extreme. The accumulation when you're dealing damage, as long as it's a significant amount, in this case 0.7 increase of all attacks, is the best skill in the game for a character to have. So he's gone from when you get hit, get a bit of a boost in points, to now just attacking and not having to get hit. And the other thing is the 3rd skill has changed. There's now a significant delay in the actual 3rd skill. Between the time that you hit the button and the time that it actually starts throwing, hitting the actual the enemy, the beast, in this case. So the skill rotation I'm actually using, because I don't have max crit rate, and I'll quickly go through the rest of the build here. So we got, Power of Angry Hulk. Got a CTP of Energy. It's not a fantastic one. I've got Mythic Uniform, which is nice. I don't think you actually need Mythic to cap. The uniform option that I'm missing is actually the Nebula Team Suit. Now, which if I did have that uniform, I would roll it to skill cooldown. You can see then I would be able to change my 4th gear here from skill cooldown to actual crit rate. And then I could just go with the 3 cancel, 4 cancel, 5. But in this run, we're going to do 3 cancel 4, cancel 2, cancel 5, and we're going to get into a little bit of a rhythm. We're going to go 3, 4, 2, 5, just like that. 3, 4, 2-5. Now, people may say that I'm leaving a few points on the table by not doing the fourth skill before the third skill. The third skill, the accumulation lasts for 7 seconds. We're going to get the whole, well, pretty well, we're going to get 6 seconds of active accumulation in. So by the time you actually hit the third skill and then the fourth skill, you're probably losing a second. So we're going to have 6 seconds, right? Keep in mind, our CTP of energy proc only goes for 5 seconds. I don't really think it's going to matter a huge amount if you go 3 first or 4 first. And I actually tried the 2 different rotations, and what I found is it's a little bit harder to maintain the proc if you're going 4 cancel 3. In my case anyway. So I really like the 3 cancel 4 as a very low stress rotation, and yeah, there we go. So let's throw a bit of music on. You guys can have a look at the run. Look at the timing, 3, 4, 2, 5, and hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching.